Yo, hello there, guys. I'm casting another match, and it's the new patch. So thanks to the modding team for the continuous support, and yeah, I'm trying to get into some patch note things as they occur and when it fits. I'm trying to comment on these. So we have Old Boy Enter here as the Daemonhunter against DrBenGunn as the Chaos Lord. So here we go. So double takes for DrBenGunn. Quick note for Enter, so most likely gonna go for a tier 1.5 unit. Demon Rift. Rift here opened here in order to slow down the Chaos Lord and in order to kite him with Stormtroopers and Strike Team. So Stormtroopers retreated quite early in order to spare some models. Strike Team switching targets, getting this precious XP from the Heretics. Heretics still can cap through and retreat. Kill the weak used by the Chaos Lord. Get some fresh life. Cheeky Heretics here. Strike Team has to retreat. I hope you don't mind, I always say Strike Team. I don't know why. It's called Strike Squad. Daemonhunter getting the Hunter's Blade. 50 DPS, power melee. Quite an upgrade. For 20 power. So DrBenGunn. Heretics getting slowed. Let's see for what purpose. DrBenGunn is not going for aspiring champion, it seems. So Daemonhunter also upgraded for Malleus, which is now a targetable ability, so the Daemonhunter can cast it on himself or another squad. And then you see a little indicator, a circle around, and you see some blue lightning thingies going on. I'm not sure if it's new or not, like the blue lightnings. And the target receives more melee damage, 30% more melee damage. So basically everyone who is then meleeing the affected squad then takes more damage. So several units basically can profit from this one. So 3 gens for Enter. Noise Marines hit the field, going straight for the farm. Daemonhunter has to retreat once more. Stormtroopers have their sergeant. No aspiring champions yet, so the damage type of the Noise Marines has been changed to Bile-Spewer. I'm not sure, I've heard it should do a little less damage than before, but if I'm honest, it doesn't make a difference to me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's the rate of fire or something. I have no clue actually. It feels like it's mostly the same. So tomes. Oh, armor of fortitude for the Daemonhunter. Adds 200 HP, good chunk of HP, makes him quite tanky, but not today. Strike team in order to maybe wipe these noise marines here. Ticks coming in right in time, suppressing with a Doom Blast, and preventing that possible squad wipe. Stormtroopers going into the garrison here. If you ask me, super risky. Most Chaos players tend to have the combi flamer around, and then it's just toasted stormtroopers. Kind of risky. Kind of risky. So DrBenGunn already going tier 2. Stormtroopers not retreating, not reinforcing, only repairing. Ah yeah, here was the blue lightning going on. And yeah, Daemonhunter now is really a beast. Can shift out, drain some energy, not much, 6 per hit or something. Strike team taking that VP. Again, Sundering being used here. Oh, and Indomitable to phase out and retreat safely. Bloodcrusher on the way for DrBenGunn. I'm wondering why he's not going for Aspiring Champions. I mean, also from the patch notes, the Aspiring Champions have an increased cost on the rack. So it's not 90 rack anymore, it's 100 now. But I don't think this was the reason why he wasn't building Aspiring Champions. DrBenGunn just wanted to be as fast as possible and attack speed. Surprising. With a Bloodcrusher coming up next. So Chaos Space Marines, they have their champion. Most likely also Eternal War. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention here Crusaders. So Enter was getting his XP in, and then with 150 red you can cast the Crusaders. A very interesting unit. I really like the design. The models, to me, look a bit weird from close. But yeah. Seems more like a Company of Heroes unit. Okay, yeah, very interesting unit. Indomitable on the Stormtroopers to prevent model losses here. Windicare Assassin for Enter. Oh, Noise Marines have their Blastmaster upgrade for 75 rack and no power. Windicare, Chameleon, Stealth Suit and Extended Operations. Almost wiped Heretic squad here. Oh, I'm sorry, completely missed this one on the Chaos Lord. So Dark Halo for the bubble, then Harness of Rage to get some energy in. So these two energize, and the Harness of Rage also adding 150 HP, so he becomes quite tanky. Plus the Lightning Claws. This is a very bad foe. Crusaders threatening the farm. I don't think they're gonna make it to raise it, but let's see. Unicare coming in to assist Daemonhunter's crusade against the heresy. Indomitable phased out the Daemonhunter. Yeah, now Crusader's moving. Oh, this looks interesting. I don't know where to observe. Ticks getting wiped, Bloodcrusher coming to support. Crusaders retreating, and also the Chaos Lord has to stop his unholy crusade here. So DrBenGunn was really benefiting from his map control all along tier 1. So Enter is already down to 160 victory points. Indomitable on strikes quad in order to get in against the Blastmaster. Psychic Assailment on the Unicare Assassin, increasing damage by 20%, so his shots against the Bloodcrusher are really strong. But the Bloodcrusher made it out, as here was a shot blocker. Phased out Daemonhunter again. Psychic Fortress, which does a slow in AoE around them. But yeah, couldn't really profit from this. Retreated too early, or I don't know. Misclick. Dreadnought coming up next for Enter, and DrBenGunn is going tier 3. Shrine of Corn, spawning bloodletters. So DrBenGunn wants to protect this side. Oh, nice overpowered shot from the plasma guns. And a grenade on top. Well played here. DrBenGunn still doesn't want to upgrade his heretics. This is a free running Unicare Assassin here. So the Bloodcrusher takes the invitation. Chasing that assassin here. Strike team taking on the Chaos Lord. Sundering on strike team, doing more damage, but now as the Bloodcrusher comes in, Daemonhunter decided to face the strike team a little out, waiting for the Dreadnought to come up, giving support. Ah yeah, here, you see this orange circle here is the just added Inspirer Hour, which gives damage reduction in AoE of, I don't know, 40, 35, something. And it is a 12% damage reduction. So Chaos Lord got knocked back, not down, but got knocked back in here and then got finished by the Dreadnought. Dreadnought chasing the Bloodcrusher. Assassin as well, it's a little cat and mouse play here. Nice grenade here from the stormtroopers, but this must be a dead blood crusher now. It is. So what's next for DrBenGunn on the menu? It's a Land Raider Phobos. Wow, okay. Blast Masters blasting some gens. Phased out Strike Squad in order to not get knocked down by the Blast Master and chasing them down. What was happening here? Psychic Fortress on the Crusaders? Or was it Fanatism? It should be Psychic Fortress actually. Chaos Lord wins this melee fight here against the Crusaders, so they retreat. Rift here by the Daemonhunter. So DrBenGunn is quite decimated. He definitely needs to replace his heretics. So the initial power play by DrBenGunn and the map control now completely, the tides have completely changed. Dreadnought chasing the Land Raider. This is a dead Chaos Lord. These less cannons here are super strong. No chance for the Dreadnought. Assassin consistently doing damage on the Land Raider. Rift here to slow down. So this Land Crusader can really not leave the surrounding of his HQ. Consistent pressure here. So if DrBenGunn could make it up here onto the plateau, he could fortify himself there and tick down those VPs from here on the plateau, but Enter is not allowing this. So the Crusaders, when they lose a model, they get a buff of 25% damage, so they do increased damage, and they get 25% damage resistance. And then now in tier 3 they get the Acolyte, which is also increasing the damage output and the resistance. So in tier 3 they become crazy, because whenever a model dies they get this buff, then Fanatism also giving damage mitigation, and if you have a Rhino around you can reinforce them, but also when a model dies profit from the buffs, and they are stacking, and this is just mental. DrBenGunn has his heretics, he needs them to get his repairs in. Oh, Chaos Terminators. DrBenGunn now seriously having issues with power, because the assault cannons, or auto cannons, on the Chaos Terminators are super good. Crusaders once more. So maybe DrBenGunn can turn this around with Land Raider and Rift here in order to slow down the Terminators. Oh, it's actually the improved Rift here, Armor of Damnation. Psychic Assailment on the Assassin. So when the Rift here, like the basic Rift here, prevents jump troops from jumping. And also teleporting units from teleporting. Can be very handy in several situations. Land Raider once more trying to leave his quarter of the map. Rift here opened again to give the strike team some support to close in. But this is a dead Daemonhunter. So Razorback, Warhammer Razorback for enter. Oh. The shrine is not spawning bloodletters at the moment. Now they are spawned. Psychic Assailment on Stormtroopers. And another clash coming up here. Assassin plus the Razorback. Oh, and the Ticks are worshipping in order to keep these bloodletters up, but then they can also not repair the Land Raider, so Land Raider down. Psychic Fortress again on the Crusaders, but this is just wasting troops here. This is a dead Razorback. Enter overextended here. 130 versus 130 VP. Yeah, DrBenGunn is economically broken. Chaos Lord taking on Stormtroopers. Shrine destroyed. Crusaders. They're gonna risk it against Chaos Lord, yeah. They will. Buff going on and finishing the Chaos Lord here. So DrBenGunn calling it GG. Yeah, interesting match. I liked the build order Enter was using here, but it really sets him back a lot actually. When in tier 1 he had basically no map control, and when he was able to push back, he had like 170 victory points left. So I would say really a risky build order, but it paid off this time. And yeah, well played. I think if actually DrBenGunn made it up to the plateau, the Land Raider would been a different situation. But I think he had to field this Land Raider because the Vindicare was used quite decently, and then with the Psychic Assailment global buff on the Assassin, I'm not sure if a Predator would have been better or not. I'm not judging the decision. I think the Land Raider was just hitting the field in a very complex situation and barely could move out of his HQ. And yeah, it was a nice turnaround by Enter. I hope you liked it. GG to the players, well played, and see you next time.